This is part 2 of the Briggs and Stratton Model Y restoration project. I've got the engine disassembled. The piston was stuck. It wasn't stuck too bad. I got it out. Before I get too far with this engine, I want to make sure I can get spark out of it. I've set this up to test a coil condenser to see if they're good. I got this information from a Maytag service manual, Maytag 92 hit and miss engine. It's the same concept for the magneto. You hook up a battery, isolate the points, connect one lead to the stationary side of the points, attach a spark plug. The other lead you just touch to the side of the points that move. If you get a spark at the spark plug, that confirms the condenser's here, capacitor, and the coil are good. It's a quick, easy check. It's never failed me. So we'll demonstrate that right now. Here's the other lead from the battery. I'm going to touch it to the movable points, and you should be able to see a spark here. We're getting a little bit of a spark down there. It's not a good ground. You can see we're getting a good spark there. So there's no trouble with the coil or condenser. You have to isolate the points. I put a piece of paper in between the points there to insulate them. It doesn't make any difference if you attach your leads to positive or negative. It works either way. It's just a quick, easy way to check your coil and condenser. Now, when I got the piston out, I figured this would happen. The rings were stuck real tight to the piston. So I got to fooling around with it, and lo and behold, I broke the oil ring trying to get it pried out of there. I'm just going to go ahead and pry the rest of these rings out of there and get a new set of rings for it, or tear another engine down, borrow the rings out of that. I haven't decided yet. This is a 2 1/4 inch bore. It's not a real common size of a bore for an engine. Most of them are either 2 inch, 2 3/8, or something like that. But the piston looks pretty good. It's not too scuffed up. No trouble there. The bearings on the rod look pretty good. Not too scored up. The crankshaft doesn't have too many scores in it. This side of the crankshaft is quite corroded. Evidently it had a lot of moisture or something in there. We'll clean that up. It'll be just fine for no more work than this engine's going to do. In the first video, I pointed out The problem, somebody made it put a pipe bushing on there to put a larger muffler on, and this is all frozen up. So I put some heat on the block. I was able to loosen this up so I can take that out and put the proper muffler on there. I had a pair of vice grips on there. You can see where it's kind of skinned it up. But heat is your friend. I got it all stripped down so it wouldn't damage anything, and applied some heat under here and kept working it back and forth, because you all know how tough it is to get some of these broken pipe threads out of there. And that looks to be like 3/4 inch pipe thread. The bore looks pretty good. I started cleaning it up. Cleaned off the mating surface for the cylinder head. The bore doesn't look too bad. This is a good candidate for restoration.